for you. Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? Okay, one more time. Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? Okay, Sagittarius, for your recent past, you have the Hierophant, Justice, and the Six of Wands. I feel in your recent past, I feel that a lot of you realize that it was time for you to take another path in your life. I feel with the Hierophant here. I feel a lot of you, for some reason, with the Justice, I'm getting that a lot of you waited, in a way gave someone all the decision power, like the power to make the decisions or the choices. I don't know why I'm getting that. I feel a lot of you feel this was unfair to yourself. I feel with the Six of Wands here, I feel a lot of you feel that someone didn't recognize your worth. I'm getting... And I feel that a lot of you feel that it's unfair that this person didn't, even as much time as you gave, I feel that a lot of you felt that in time someone might realize something. But I feel you waited and you waited. I don't know why I'm getting that with the Justice, that what was kind of unjust was, I think it was more for what you did to yourself by giving someone all the control over how things turned out, or it's like I feel a lot of you wanted to do other things. I feel a lot of you would have done other things with the Hierophant here. You would have taken another path in your life. You would have let someone go. I feel that this is what it's about someone who kind of kept you waiting. And I feel I'm getting that it never really turned out successfully. This could be a job for a lot of you, that a lot of you really dedicated yourself to a job. I feel a lot of you got some false promises, because someone wanted to keep you kind of stuck in a way. Maybe didn't want you to see that there were better opportunities out there for you. I feel a lot of you did, though. But this person kept promising you things will be better in the future. Maybe someone kept giving you false hope for a promotion or a raise, or someone in a relationship kept promising, they will commit, they just need time. There's something I'm getting with Justice here that it was the power that someone had for the outcome, but a lot of you had the power too, but I feel a lot of you feel that you handed it all over to somebody else, is just what I'm getting, but we will clarify. In your present, you have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Fool. I feel a lot of you are done waiting. You're ready to move on. You have the Three of Wands here, which is waiting for your ships to come in. You've been working very hard for something. I feel you were very dedicated, very loyal to someone or something, but nothing ever came of it. And what I keep hearing is I feel a lot of you're not even so much angry at the person, is that I feel a lot of you are realizing how much power you gave them over the outcome of something that was your life, That I feel a lot of you feel like, why didn't I feel like I had any power to make a decision, to determine the outcome of this? It's my life too. I feel a lot of you are having a little bit of regret. I feel you feel very emotional with the Queen of Cups here. The way she's looking over, I feel a lot of you feel not angry with yourself, but I feel a lot of you are saddened that you gave your power away, that you didn't treat yourself better. But what's good about this realization is that you want to change that. You know you need to change that. You want to be around, work somewhere, or be in a relationship with someone or have friends, just people in your life who respect you and give you credit for what you do. But you have the full here. You're moving forward. You're making changes. I feel a lot of you feel like it's time to go from someone or something. Because of the hurt that you have for nothing ever coming of you giving someone, believing someone and their promises that they made. But I feel a lot of you realize that this person never had any intention to do what they promised. They just wanted to keep you stuck, keep you from moving on, keep you from leaving your job, keep you from leaving a relationship, even though maybe they were not committing to you. I feel a lot of you definitely got a lot of false promises, but with the full here, you feel really, really good about making these changes for yourself. And I think that's really good. In your near future, you have the Hangman, the Empress, and the Four of Swords. So I feel with the Hangman here next to the Empress, what's on your mind and what you are doing before you take action is you're thinking, what is best for me? What do I want? You're finally asking that question. You're finally focused on yourself. A lot of you, always did love yourself and have respect for yourself, but you trusted this person making all these promises to you. You believed in them. Whatever the situation was for you, whatever this person was promising you, I feel a lot of you feel they were taking advantage of you now. You realize that they never had any intention. However it is that you know this, your intuition, maybe they told you, maybe someone else told you, you just realized this on your own, that I feel that that's what really helped you to move forward when you came to that realization that, you know what, I feel that's what the justice here is, that they are never going to give me that raise. They're never going to give me that promotion. They're never going to commit to me. Whatever the situation was, you realized this person was just wanted you around for what they could get. And they still did their thing. They still, your boss still made their money. The person you were with still had freedom to do whatever, but you were still there. And I feel a lot of you, this hit a lot of you really, really hard. And I feel a lot of you asked yourself, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I giving this person so much power and control over the outcome of my life, the direction of my life? And I feel what's so great is that a lot of you, you're done living like that. You're taking your power back. You're respecting yourself. You're making decisions for yourself. You took the power back, that control. And I feel a lot of you now are solely focused on what you want. You don't care what anybody else is telling you they'll do, what they want. It doesn't matter anymore. You wasted enough time too concerned with everybody else and what they wanted, the outcome they wanted, And I feel with the Four of Swords here, you're taking some time to heal and to, with the Hangman and the Four of Swords, I feel a lot of you are taking a lot of time alone. I feel you're not going to make decisions too quickly. I feel a lot of you are really being very patient, being kind of very careful with the decisions you make, because this is going to be a big change for you, and a lot of you want to be prepared. Of course, you want to do this right, whether this is leaving a job or a relationship. You want to make sure you're prepared, so it doesn't make things harder for you, I feel. So Spirit, what is the Hierophant for Sagittarius' recent past, please? You have the Chariot, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So I feel like by things not moving the way you had hoped or the way you were kind of promised, which is kind of sad that someone's promising you how things would turn out is almost as if they have the only say in the outcome. That bothers me. I feel that sadly sometimes we give people that power, but sometimes they really, like they say, people can't take our power unless we give it to them. But I feel that sometimes we get manipulated, and it's not our fault, because some of us want to have the benefit of the doubt in people, trust people, give them a chance. But you know what? That's fine. We learn from these situations. And I feel a lot of you really trusted in this person, but in a way it did give them all the power of the outcome. of the decision to making. And I feel, especially for those of you that this was in a relationship, I feel that a lot of you, with the Hierophant here and the Chariot, once you had this realization that this person has no intention to commit to you, or this employer has no intention to give you a raise or a promotion, they just want to make you work yourself to death, and they can make as much money as long as they can keep you there before you realize this, and then they'll just have someone take your place, it's just the way life is sometimes. But I feel a lot of you, it was almost, I feel with the Ten of Wands here, that's an end of a burden. I feel just realizing that these people or this person had no intention to fulfill any of the promises they made to you. That right there was kind of an end to a burden, because I feel a lot of you felt, oh, I don't have to wait anymore. Then there's no reason for me to continue waiting for them to make a decision that's going to affect my life. But then I feel a lot of you realize this was really unfair to myself. A lot of you are taking responsibilities too for what you did. This was wrong what they did, but the good thing is it's very strong to take the responsibility and what role we played in it, because that's how you take your power back. Because if we just feel like a victim and, oh, they took advantage of me, oh, they, I trusted them and they lied to me, well, you know what, that's giving them way too much control over things. And I feel a lot of you, when you realize that was the end of the burden. You were like, you know what, I don't have to wait for them to make a decision. I don't have to wait for them to decide whether I'm worth more money, at this job you're at, for them, or this person that you're in a relationship with, however long it's going to take for them to realize you're worth committing to. A lot of you realize, you know what, they're not the ones who make the decision solely. You have a part to play. You have a role to play in your own life. And a lot of you are taking that responsibility and making decisions for yourself that's good for you. It was good for everybody else, these people that you are involved with, because you were just doing what they wanted and waiting for them to have to do what you wanted. But yet they weren't. But you, this whole time, you were doing what they wanted. And they got what they want without having to do anything for you. And what they promised. And I feel that happens to a lot of us in our life in a lot of different scenarios. And sadly, we have to come to that realization, like, how much time should I give? How much time do they deserve of my life, of me waiting? Maybe sometimes when we ask for something, if we do not get it, move on then. We'd save ourselves a lot of time and a lot of heartache. If you feel you're due for a raise and you say, look, I enjoy working here. I feel that I've proven myself, and I feel I deserve a raise. And I would like it to start, by next my next payday or whatever. It's okay to ask for what you think you're worth or what you want in any aspect of your life. It's your life. People don't have to say yes. They don't have to give you what you want, but at least you have the choice to move on. A lot of us do waste too much time at a job that they don't see our value. We waste so much time in relationships where the other person does not see our value. Should we wait for them to have a realization of their own, or should we just move on and, find people who value us? I think sometimes we don't feel that's an option because we give other people the power to make that decision. But I feel a lot of you, the beautiful thing is you realized, I feel this question just popped in your head, like, what am I doing? I feel something happened, like you were at work and you're just miserable there. Your boss is probably being a jerk, or customers, clients, coworkers, and you're just like, why am I here? I'm not making enough money. I'm not getting a raise. I haven't had a raise. I've been here for 3-4 years, never got a raise, or whatever. The scenario, or in the relationship, this person's like, not answering their phone, they ghost you, they come around, oh, hey, I'm back, but I feel this was a relationship, but it was just, you were keeping your end of the bargain, you were committed, you were doing a good job, you were holding up your end of the bargain, but they were not. And I feel a lot of you are just done. You're not getting rewarded, you're not being respected, your time, most of all, I feel like a lot of you are like, you know what, my time is more valuable than this. Whether this is work or a relationship, it's your life. Time is the most precious thing. So I'm really happy that a lot of you realize that you took that power back and that control over kind of like your destiny, So Spirit, what is justice for Sagittarius' recent past? King of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So yeah, you realized you were basically being taken advantage of. You're being lied to. These people were stringing you along, your boss, this person in your relationship, friends, whoever, family. So you started to protect yourself. You started to pull back. You started to really, this is about taking stock. A lot of you realized this is not fair to me. And you never, I feel, a lot of you never had that victim mentality. A lot of you said, you know what, I'm not being fair to myself. I'm allowing this. I'm allowing these people to waste my time, to pay me below what I feel I deserve, to not commit to me, but I'm committed to them. It's like they expected you to be committed, but they were not committed. And I feel a lot of you feel you gave up too much of yourself. Not just your time, but your belief in these people and your level of commitment that you gave. And they gave you nothing. Just false promises. And they did this. They were deceiving you this way to keep getting out of you what they were getting out of you. So the King of Wands is here. This is obviously fire energy, as you are Sagittarius. I feel a lot of you, like I said, you got your power back. You got like the strength of the lion. Just you are feeling very ferocious. You're feeling you're not afraid to speak up now, to say, you know what, I'm done wasting my time on you. I'm done waiting for you to make a decision. I'm making the decision. I'm leaving. I'm done. And you're going. I feel that's what the strength is showing, is that you're being very vocal now. Because I feel like a lot of you were kind of afraid to really ask for what you wanted. Maybe you sort of did, but in not a way that you had enough respect for people to feel they needed to say yes to you. They kind of knew you would still be there even if they didn't. You know, it's like these people just kind of knew, and they were manipulating. But a lot of you, I love that I can feel that your strength just went from like 0 to 100. Like with this realization, there was just a moment. I'm sure this built up over time, but there was just a moment, either when you were at work or with your person, and you're just like, what am I doing? I'm not happy. I'm getting nothing from this, and I'm offering everything of myself. Dedication, loyalty, my time, my support, my patience. Everything ran out. You're like, I'm done. Because you want success. Whatever this is in your life, you want to feel like you're successful on your side, on your end. And you want to get rewarded for what you do. You want to see results. That's what you've been waiting for, results, and you haven't gotten it, so you're making changes. Let's see. So Spirit, what is the Three of Wands? Spirit, what is the Three of Wands for Sagittarius' present, please? With the Page of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Two of Swords. So you're done being stuck. These are two energies of being stuck, feeling confused, not really sure what to do, not really seeing things for how they are. But I feel that with the Three of Wands, it's clarifying that, and the Page of Wands, you're done. This is another card of being confident and being confident in your actions, what you're doing next. You have the Fool here as well. So you're done letting people basically lie to you, mislead you, lead you on, all these false promises. You can see that now. You're done waiting for these. That's what I feel this is saying to me, is you're done. You're so confident, and I really love, I keep hearing that you're being very vocal. You're not, I feel a lot of you really said what you always wanted to say. You had the confidence to say it. Because I feel a lot of you, like at work, I'm getting that a lot of you had like a review. And they said, oh yeah, you know, maybe usually you're due for a raise at this time. Maybe this is after the first year, 6 months. You were supposed to get a raise, but I feel it was never brought up. And maybe a lot of you kind of said, oh, well, is there, going to be a raise? I feel a lot of you, it was maybe promised to you or something. And they said, oh, well, no, not at this time, whatever. They just kind of brushed it off. Didn't really spend much time with you. I feel a lot of you with work that you said just whatever it was that you wanted to say, exactly. Like, look, I'm due for a raise, I want a raise, or I'm going to have to give my notice, I'm leaving. You just said it, like, look, and you just wanted an answer right then and there. So, you're like, so is this going to happen? Do you want to keep me working here? Because this is, what's going to need to take place. I enjoy working here, but I am not making enough. I'm not making what I'm worth, what I feel I'm worth, what I feel I deserve. So can we make this happen? And I feel like you're giving them that chance to say right then and there. You don't want to wait. You're not going to wait. They're not going to say, well, we'll discuss it down the road. I'll discuss it over with the other managers. Or, we'll talk about it in another 6 months. We'll do another review. You're like, no. I want an answer right now because I need to make a decision whether I want to stay. They were trying to just keep doing what they were doing, just keep you there longer. Paying you under what they should. I feel a lot of you are an amazing employee, and you deserve this. But of course, people aren't always just so excited about giving raises out all the time, right? So I feel a lot of you really had to push this, and I feel those of you that they said, well, no, I can't do it at this time. You're like, okay, this is my 2 weeks notice. And I feel you're negotiating for yourself now. You are advocating for yourself. You're sticking up for yourself, and you have the confidence to do it. You're not scared anymore because the thing is, you're done wasting your time. So it's like, either give me what you promised me, give me what I feel I deserve, or I need to move on. You're getting what you want, which is my hard work, and you want what you deserve. Nothing wrong with asking for that. And those of you, if you do not get what you ask for, you are moving on. Maybe you won't even give a notice. Maybe a lot of you wasted enough time. You've worked for less than what you deserve for long enough, but you wanted to at least ask for it because you feel brave and you deserved it. So maybe if they were willing to give you the raise you deserve, maybe they could have kept you. But I guarantee that all of you that they say no to, you're gone. You feel confident, whatever it is that you're doing right now. So Spirit, what is the Fool for Sagittarius is present, please? You have the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. So I love that a lot of you really feel so much more, like, what's the way to put this? I feel that this is telling me this is self-love. You have so much respect for yourself. It makes you feel so good to be strong and defend yourself. The Queen of Swords is someone who's very independent, strong-minded, smart, you're ready to fight if you have to. You're ready to protect yourself. You're willing to do whatever it takes to prove to people that you know your worth. Not that you feel that you have to prove yourself. You want to prove yourself to yourself. But I feel you already did. I feel like this is what brought this confidence on. I feel a lot of you, your intuition is very strong. You can feel what you need to do now because you're focused on yourself. When you were focused on everybody else, you were just fulfilling their needs. Now it's more like you're in tune with yourself and what you need, what will make you happy. That I feel that this is really giving a lot of you a lot of clarity with the Queen of Cups here. That you're like, well, yeah, I know what I want. I know what I need. I want respect. I want my independence. I want to be valued. I want people to show me the respect I deserve. I feel this is about self-love. Because like I said, you also took your power back. The Queen of Swords is a very strong energy, a very strong person, man or woman, and you're not going to let people waste your time anymore. You're not going to waste your time anymore, which is even a better way to put it, because they can't only waste our time if we let them, but I'm not like I'm trying to blame anybody because you were manipulated. So there's nothing wrong with trusting someone, giving them a chance, and then they prove you wrong. But the thing is you learned your lesson. You will never give over that much control or power to someone ever again. I feel a lot of you are going to be very much more focused on how much time you feel people deserve. Because sometimes, yes, we do need to be patient, of course. We do have to wait till maybe people are ready. If we are dating someone, I'm just not ready to commit now. But the thing is that if we feel a desire to go And people keep holding on. Oh, no, 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 don't go. I'll do this and this and that. And then we stay. And then that time frame comes, and they're like, oh, no, no, no. You're like, okay, well, you know what? Okay, I've waited. This isn't happening. I'm going to go. And then they keep lying to you again, whether it's a job. Oh, no, don't quit. You know what? We'll do another review in another 6 months. Or someone you're dating, like, oh, no, 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 I'll stop seeing other people. I promise I'll commit. But you're committed. They want you to be committed. And then I think that's where, if we're going to go, people should let us go if they're not willing to give us what we want. But we give them that time. But I feel a lot of you are going to be, you're going to go when you're ready to go. I feel that's the difference here, is that I feel a lot of you wanted to even quit your job a long time before this, but you kept getting talked into staying. Someone just wanted to get as much out of you as they could, relationship or job. And all they had to do was just say, no, no, give me some more time. It'll happen. It'll happen. Just keep sticking to it. Keep doing what I'm asking of you. Keep giving me what I need, and it'll happen. You'll eventually get what you need. But the whole time that you were waiting and the whole time you were doing this, they always got what they needed. They always got what they wanted, but you never did. So who wasted their time here? Only you. So I feel a lot of you are going to make sure, like, look, if I'm going to give you what you want, I want to get what I want. There has to be better negotiation skills, stronger negotiation skills, but I feel that you have that, you're not afraid to ask for what you want now. So I think that is good. I think that's the big change that a lot of you went through with the hair font here. You are a different person now. You learn from this. We all have to grow and learn and become the people we are. And you learn through this experience, which is amazing. And it's not, you're never going to let it happen again, because you are the one who chooses how much time you give someone, how long you're willing to wait. And I feel the thing is that when a lot of you feel that desire to go, a pull to go, that intuition saying, you know what, I need to go, you're going to go. You're going to listen to that inner voice, not because people keeping you. I feel that's a lot of what you guys see now are people's intentions that, you know what, in the meantime, why should they keep getting what they want the whole time and you waiting? I feel that was the turning point for a lot of you. Your boss keeps wanting you to work your butt off and keep doing all this extra work, picking up the slack from all these other lazier employees, but they don't want to give you what you deserve. Then why should you continue to do that? Why should you continue to do that? Why should they keep getting what they want the whole time? That's what pisses me off, when people do that. Like, oh, I don't want to give you what you're asking for yet, but you keep giving me what I want. How is that fair? In what world is that fair? You know what I mean? In what situation is that fair? Relationship, job, friends, whatever, So we need to know when to pull back and when to walk away, And I feel that that's definitely the awakening you had, is when you want to walk away, you're going to walk away. So Spirit, let's see. What is the Hangman for Sagittarius' near future? Spirit, what is the Hangman for Sagittarius' near future, please? The Hangman again. Temperance and the Sun. So it's funny. So you have the Hangman clarifying the Hangman. So I love that what the Hangman is that you're choosing to take your time. The Hangman is about choosing to, it's not a stuck energy. It's a sort of a pause, but you're choosing to, something you're putting a lot of thought into. I always feel like the Hangman is something where you just kind of want to process things. You want to sort of, take a moment. Because you want to know what's going to make you happy. You want to because I even thought that with the Hangman next to the Empress, you're focused on this. You have so much respect for yourself in this newfound power because you took your power back. Because like I said, I know it's hard to see when we are manipulated and taken advantage of. It does seem like the other person has all the power. It really does. Especially when we're in love with someone, really deeply in love with someone in a relationship, or with our employer, it does feel like they have the power. Because they can fire us in a second, right? If we stand up for ourselves. Or in relationships when we're in love with someone who maybe they're not in love with us. It does feel they have all the power, all the control. But the truth is, and it's hard It's easy to preach it, right? But it's hard when it's your own life. And I'm still learning this in my life, that we have to find a way to take our power back. It is tricky, it is hard. Matters of the heart, or, in the outside world, when it does come to work and people respecting us, treating us how we want to be treated, we can say no. We can walk away. I think that that's a big part of the power, is to know when we need to change. Not like waiting for other people to change, because you know what? We can't change people. We can't make someone love you. We can't force a boss to give us a raise. They have to make a decision too. But the thing is, we don't have to wait for them to make that decision. We can walk away. We can take a different path in our life. Go take a different direction. Go find another job. Go start another relationship. Go date other people. There's always something that's going to be a better fit for you, that's going to be right for you, it's going to feel right. But the thing is that it is scary and hard when we feel like we don't have any control. We're not the decision makers. But how are we not if it's our life? We are. And I know it's hard to do. It is hard to do, but we're worth it. Our lives are worth it. Time is very, very valuable and precious, and no one's time is more valuable than anyone else's. Your boss's time or money does not matter more than yours. I know they always act like it is, the majority of employers. I've experienced enough of that in my life. Not saying they're all bad, but some of them aren't very concerned with wasting our time, right? And also in relationships. We've all had our heart broken, but I think that the best thing that I'm getting from the cards now is that I feel that you're not stressed, you're not scared, you have a very calmness. I feel that's why the Hangman twice here is that you're not feeling any pressure. And I feel that the best thing is that you have so much confidence in yourself now, you're not scared. Because you feel like, I took my power back, now I can do whatever I want, I can go wherever I want. I think just the fact that you are the decision maker, you are the one who's in control of the outcome, has brought such a calmness over you, that you're just kind of enjoying it. I feel that's with the Hangman here, that you're not feeling any pressure, you have nothing to prove to anybody. Nobody. And I feel with Temperance here, you're being patient with yourself. What you want is balance in your life, not just within yourself, but with other people. It's about having balance between the masculine and feminine energies. I feel what this is telling me is you want fair and balanced relationships with the people in your life. A mutual respect. You will not expect it if you don't show it either. Respect is give and take. And I do feel that this is what will make you the happiest. I feel a lot of you are kind of going to be very careful the type of people you want in your life. I feel a lot of you are just kind of reflecting, trying to think, what do I want? What do I want? What do I need? Because a lot of you, like I said, you haven't really been so focused on that because you aren't the one deciding it, but now you are. See, before, you're waiting for other things to happen by other decisions that's going to make you happy. That's going to be the outcome you were hoping. But now it's like you have all this power and all this control that you're like, all these other doors open for you because anything's an option, And I think that that's an awesome feeling. So, Spirit, what is the Four of Swords for Sagittarius' near future, please? Knight of Cups, the Tower, and the Page of Swords. So this is kind of a beautiful ending because I didn't clarify the Empress because I feel that this is just you. This is just who you've become, how you see yourself, man or woman. This is how you see yourself. All the confidence. So you have a Tower clarifying the Four of Swords, so you are done hurting. You are done healing. You've regained your strength because, I'm sure this did hurt you after a breakup, after, I feel a lot of you did have to leave your job. So, I feel it was just, you just had to process this. I feel that's why the Hangman was here twice. I feel a lot of you did a lot of reflection. Maybe a lot of you have to really change the people in your life. Maybe you have a lot of people that you really need to consider not having in your life because you've changed. So you see these people. Maybe there were more people in your life taking advantage of you because you were very giving. And if one person's being able to take advantage of us, then another can see that they can do it, and then another can see that they can do it, and you don't project that anymore. So maybe it made your life a little bit harder with the people around you, because maybe you had a lot of friends and family that also, because of the kind of how giving you were and how patient you were, how you overgave and people overtook, because they're not going to say no, right? I feel a lot of you are kind of healing from maybe more losses of friendships, but this is by your doing, because you've changed, so you're not really compatible with these friends or maybe certain family members. So you put an end to anything that hurts you, any people that hurt you. You put an end to that with the Tower here. You have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords. So this is awesome. I feel a lot of you are going to have a new love come in your life. The Knight of Swords is someone who is very romantic, very expressive. And what's good now is I feel, like I said, a lot of you are a lot more vocal, a lot more confident. And if this person does not show you or give you what you want, then you'll leave. It's not like I'm saying you're doing ultimatums or you're demanding things from people. You're just not afraid to ask for what you want. And I feel when you meet this person, they want to prove it to you, because the Knight of Cups, they do a lot of romantic gestures. They're like, look, I'll show you. I'll show you I'm willing to commit. I'm ready to commit. So I feel a lot of you are going to meet someone who is very respectful and he wants to prove himself to you. So what's kind of nice change here is that someone's finally putting an effort into you. And of course you're putting effort in on your end. But I feel that it's so nice that this is so mutual. I feel a lot of you are really focused on learning a new skill. I'm really getting that from this card. I feel a lot of you do not want to go back to the same type of work you were doing. I'm getting that. It might not be all of you, but a lot of you want to do something different. This really left a bad taste in your mouth. I feel that this is in regards to your last job that you had. You don't want a job where no matter how hard you work, you can't really progress. Whatever this job was for you, I feel a lot of you want more options, but more of an opportunity to move up, to level up, to be able to increase your pay. You want more control over how much money you make. So I feel things are going to work out great for you. I feel because of the way you are handling your life, which you are the one handling your life. That's the important part. And I feel the way you express yourself and the fact that you're so much more vocal now, people are not going to take advantage of you now, because you let them know right up front. Look, I'm not going to waste my time. And I feel a lot of you, even when you go to these job interviews, you apply for these new jobs, you're very upfront about what you want. You're not afraid to ask for the salary you want. You're not afraid to negotiate, because you know your worth. And a lot of you are not going to take a job if they're not going to offer you the pay you ask. You're going to be a very, very good negotiator now. I think that's awesome. And because a lot of you, I felt, were very timid. You were kind of afraid to ask. You just kept kind of beating around the bush. Well, like, oh, I thought it was time. And, but you never really asked for it. But you're asking for what you want now. And you're not kind of taking no for an answer. I feel in your relationships, of course, you're a little less aggressive. It's not like, such a negotiation. But I feel you're very good, whatever this is, with your career path. You're educating yourself, probably learning negotiation skills. That's awesome. Or just a new trade, a new direction in your career. I feel a lot of you don't want to go back to what you used to do. And I feel for your relationship, I feel the fact that the way you respect yourself, men or women who have intentions to think they're going to use you, lie to you, they're going to be like, oh, he or she's not the kind of person that's going to allow that. They're not going to waste their time, so they're going to move on to someone who hasn't had this awakening that you've had, that's still this timid person that you used to be. If they're that kind of person trying to approach you, you do not project that you're someone who they're going to get away with that. So you're going to not be wasting your time anymore. That's, I think, the biggest message here. You are so done wasting your time. But what's good is the way that you express yourself and vocalize things now. That alone is going to make the people who come into your life, who are trying to come into your life to take advantage of you or waste your time, they're going to turn around and walk away, because they know it's going to be a waste of their time, because you're not going to let it happen. So keep vocalizing whatever it is that you're vocalizing. Keep letting people know what your boundaries are up front, right away, not down the road. People don't respect them if they hear about them, later. It's even with a job, you accept a low pay, and then 6 months in, you're like, you know what? I just feel like I'm working too hard and I deserve more money. It's like, but you accepted it, right? So it's, I think that it's very important, the message here. I think the biggest thing is to be vocal up front, right up front, with whoever who you date, wherever you work, or whoever you deal with. Don't be afraid, and I don't feel like any of you are now. Let people know what you want right off the bat and stick to it. Where are my cards? Oh, so let's get you an advice card. Spirit, what advice do you have for Sagittarius, please? At day's end, rest. Oh, I love this card, because we all need to take time, right, to rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. And you can do this now because you decide when to take a break. You decide when to rest. And I feel that's why the Hangman came out twice too. You're taking time. I love that there's not this pressure on yourself. I feel that a lot of you tried really hard to impress, prove yourself, because you were waiting for someone to say yes to you, waiting for someone to see your value, if you're worth committing to. Now, you don't care. You don't care if anyone wants to be in your life because you have yourself. You're totally content. That's why the Hangman came out twice. You have no pressure. You have nothing to prove to anybody anymore. And not even yourself. You've proven it. And I think that that is so beautiful. And I love that you're taking time to rest. I love that you feel calm enough to just have a clear mind, a clear conscience, that you're doing the right thing for you. That's an amazing feeling, to feel contentment like that. And I hope you never lose it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the reading. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'll be posting for you as often as I can. I'm going to be moving the next 2 weeks. I'm moving to Hawaii from California, so I am so excited. So I might not be posting for maybe